The time by Sagicor is
7 o'clock.
Tonight in CVM News at 7, heated war of words over St. Catherine East Central. Todd's gives back through Adopt a School initiative. Worries in the park. Trelawney Bus Park operators express frustration. In the business segment, it's small biz, big dreams. And in sports, West Indies try to stave off whitewash against Australia. From Kingston, Jamaica, this is CVM News at 7 for Monday, July 28, 2025. Thanks so much for having joined us. I'm Nika Lewis. We begin with politics. Member of Parliament for West Portland, Daryl Vaz, is adamant that the People's National Party's priority is, quote, to enrich themselves instead of the nation. He addressed this last night in Portland as he spoke to his supporters. Our reporter is Kevin Black.
But them a fight against the Prime Minister Big House up at Beverly Hills. Burn them out!
The air was charged as Member of Parliament for Portland Western, Daryl Vaz, challenged opposition leader and People's National Party, PNP President Mark Golding, regarding the issue of transparency. Speaking at the JLP East and West Portland Gospel Concert Sunday night, Vaz questioned where exactly Golding's allegiance lies, referencing Golding's familial ties to the United Kingdom.
And I'm raising it tonight as an item that must be dealt with by civil society and not on the political platform. And I ask you, any man who born in Jamaica or same born in Jamaica and wait until he is 43 years of age to get a Jamaican passport, which allegiance him have, Jamaica or UK?
Vaz also urges the Jamaican people to analyze how much Golding actually cares about the holistic development of the country. He fears Golding's only priority is to his pockets, alleging Golding grows increasingly richer through his various political endeavors.
The bad mind, evil, wicked, PNP, all 14 of them, 13 of them, 14 of them, sorry. Take the increase. And Mark Golding, salary gone from $8 million to $25.7 million. Him earn money, millions of dollars, through his private investment company, Proven. But that is not enough for him. He wants more and more and more money, because all that concerns him is the almighty dollar and not the people of Jamaica.
Vaz also reminds that Prime Minister Andrew Holness could have received a salary increase but decided to allow his pay to remain at the current rate. The MP believes that the JLP administration is only trying to improve the financial outlook of citizens, regardless of what the opposition has to say on the matter.
Mark Golding is such a hypocrite and so bad mind that he might call out the Labour Party government, say we raise parliamentary salaries. Let me make it clear that Andrew Holness as Prime Minister supposed to get $28.7 million, moving from $9 million. And him say, as Prime Minister, me can't accept that.
Vaz claims the combined efforts of the Jamaica Labour Party will make victory in the upcoming elections that much easier. Kevin Black reporting for CVM News.
A heated political showdown is unfolding in St. Catherine East Central, where MP Orlando Terrelong of the Jamaica Labour Party, JLP, and caretaker Raymond Price of the People's National Party, PNP, are locked in a war of words ahead of the upcoming general election. Parish dreams dashed in Portmore, resulting in political chaos and finger-pointing since. That's according to the opposition caretaker in St. Catherine East Central, Raymond Price, who, in an exclusive interview with CVM News, issued a warning to MP Orlando Terrelong of the Jamaica Labour Party.
I'm using this opportunity to warn Mr. Terrelong. All of us in East Central St. Catherine, we are aware of your tricks. We are tired of your games. And you have instigated tensions in the constituency shortly after the court made it clear to you that they were not going to chop the constituency in half to save your political skin. The authorities are monitoring Mr. Terrelong's actions and activities. And I am using this opportunity to say that when we speak about creating a better future together, there is no space in that plan for wasting time following up Mr. Terrelong as he stalks my campaign.
Price contends that since the JLP's push to make Portmore a parish was stalled by the constitutional authorities now weighing in on the PNP's concerns in the matter, his opponent has been having what he compares to a political meltdown. While others complain in other parishes of political sabotage, Price insists fear is rising in the JLP's camp there as promises were broken but the ground remains intact. He says his rival grew more concerned after his numbers dwindled in certain communities, fueled by his manifesto and a visit by the PNP president recently.
Since then, the tantrums have escalated, the reckless behavior has escalated. And the real reason for that is because the Create manifesto that I have been presenting to the people of East Central St. Catherine is taking life. 6 pillars: community development, crime reduction and cultural enterprises, reform and resilience, enterprise, economic empowerment and entrepreneurship, access to quality services, technology and innovation, environmental sustainability and energy reform.
His insistent efforts, including the re-establishment of the Southborough Football Club and a domino tournament in the once gritty community called Gulf, has yielded the PNP favor and the people more peace. He urged the MP to consider this his final term in office.
You need to stop it. When the ballots are counted, hold your losing like a big man and stop behaving the way you are behaving.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness is comparing his administration to the opposition, asserting that they have resolved many of Jamaica's plights during their tenure. This as he spoke to the people of St. Elizabeth on Sunday. Our reporter again is Kevin Black.
I don't plan to be long with you because you see these ladies here? I don't know, but they look like them fall in love with me. Them just...
Prime Minister Andrew Holness says that the Jamaica Labour Party, under his latest watch, has rectified a number of problems left behind allegedly by the previous administration. Speaking to party supporters at JLP meeting in St. Elizabeth Sunday night, Prime Minister Holness reiterates that his administration is solution-oriented, adding it's a legitimate reason for Jamaicans to put their X beside the bell on election day.
We must remember that we have the mantle of authority and some other people are trying to take it away from us. We are the ones who must lead this country. We are the ones who think about the problems, but we also think about the solutions.
Prime Minister Holness also refuted allegations made by the opposition that the destruction of their political paraphernalia was the JLP's doing.
Posters and flags don't win an election. It is important, yes, to put up your symbols and your paraphernalia, but don't make that a flashpoint for a conflict. They believe by putting up whole heap of poster and whole heap of fabric all over the place that it's going to make people feel intimidated or draw people to them. Nothing like that.
Prime Minister Holness emphasized the importance of voting, especially among impressionable youth. He notes it's with their support that they will be able to maintain ongoing initiatives for the Jamaican people.
Some people say, me no business with politics, so I'm not choosing none of them. A whole heap of people say, then not vote. If they leave it up to other people, then they must accept the decisions that are made to govern them.
The Prime Minister is encouraging voters to support his administration in favor of a prosperous future for Jamaica. Kevin Black reporting for CVM News.
People's National Party President Mark Golding is pleading with well-thinking citizens to invest in Jamaica's future, unveiling a raft of plans to help more young people own homes, access higher education, and tackle food insecurity. With more, here's Carla Ramdeen.
And that is why there is no third term loading. There will be no third term. There will be a new term for the People's National Party, because Jamaica wants change.
President of the People's National Party, Mark Golding, is promising to restore the National Housing Trust, NHT, to its proper mission. Golding explains the PNP will be establishing the Young Persons Deposit Fund within the trust to help more young Jamaicans become homeowners.
$1 billion, which we will restore to $1 billion every year. And they will get a grant. That is money that you don't have to pay back. They will get a grant towards paying down on a house. Anyone up to 35 years who's been contributing to the fund for at least 2 years will qualify for that grant.
Golding also announced plans to introduce the first family program for young people. Under the initiative, the party will make available scholarships for students who qualify for tertiary education and the first in their family to attend university.
I have seen so many cases of brilliant young Jamaicans. Did well in school, studied hard, got a raft of subjects at CXC, keep themselves out of trouble, want to pursue tertiary education in university or college, but the parents can't cross it and they don't get to go.
He then turned his attention to agriculture, noting that 55% of Jamaicans are facing food insecurity. He says the PNP administration intends to establish the Agriculture Development Fund using a portion of the revenue earned from taxes on imported foods.
And that Agricultural Development Fund is going to support our farmers with financing through the PC banks, with land preparation. We will look at fixing farm roads. We will look at irrigation and other water systems, because we believe our farmers need the support so they can grow production and tackle this issue of food insecurity.
Carla Ramdeen, CVM News.
More CVM News at 7 in a moment.
Remix the summer with Digicel. 100 lucky winners win $100,000 each, plus surprises all summer. To enter, buy a SIM, 7-day plan or higher, switch to Digicel. Be an active postpaid or Digicel Plus customer, or receive US $15 or more from abroad. Gift a friend a plan. They could win $25,000. Remix the summer with Digicel. Authorized under Section 58 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act. Promo ends September 15, 2025. Conditions apply. Visit DigicelJamaica.com for more info. Digicel, better connected this summer.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winford Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
Come rise with sunrise. Miss Kitty and Dennis are blazing through the week. First up, the most important meal of the day. Breakfast is served. Then, it's all things Denby. Denby celebrates 71. We switch up the pace with some inspirational music, and we wrap your morning with sunrise freshers. You've never seen a sunrise quite like this.
Thanks so much for staying with us. Concerned reactions this evening from students following a proposal for 2 hours to be added to school days. The suggestion was made by opposition spokesman on education, Senator Damian Crawford, who says other countries have used similar methods to improve student outcomes. Amoy Harriet reports.
For weeks, conversations have been building around the need for real change in the education system. From repeating grades to lessening the subject load for Pathway 3 students, and now extending school days. Opposition spokesperson on education, Senator Damian Crawford, is suggesting that 2 hours be added to school time, as he believes this can help to fix a sector which he describes as being in crisis. But his proposition has been met with resistance from some stakeholders, those most concerned, students.
Honestly, I don't really think that's a good new addition to what we already have going on at school. Because for most students, at the end of the school day, they're already very tired and they have more extracurricular activities that they have to go to later on in the day. And also, some people train like for different activities later apart from school, like away from school. And it really takes up more of their time. And at my school, we already have late shift, so I don't know how that would like affect how the late shifters interact with the early shifters.
It's a bad idea because when school is over, I would like to go home.
I don't think it's a good idea to extend the school days by 2 hours because students would get bored very easily, resulting fights would happen frequently in classes.
In a statement on Sunday, Government Senator Marlon Morgan criticized Crawford's suggestion, saying it's not properly thought out.
Both teachers and students alike would be at risk of undue stress and burnout if the school day were to be extended by 2 hours as proposed by Damian Crawford. Teachers don't just teach. They have to do their lesson plans and attend to their own family at the end of an already long and demanding school day. Similarly, students have to attend to homework and other activities, and to cram too much into the formal school day would prove counterproductive. What is quite evident at this point is that a politically struggling, desperate, and uninspiring PNP is doing everything in its power to garner attention and resonate with the electorate as an alternative worth considering. Like several other PNP policy proposals, the suggested extension of the school day by 2 hours constitute a proposal that is neither well thought out, coherent, cogent, practical, nor credible.
Now, participation in the extended school day is voluntary and will be compensated. Senator Crawford says the proposal was born out of a desire to provide safer, more structured after-school options for students, particularly in families where children are often left unsupervised due to a gap between adult arrival and child arrival at home. The suggested model includes a mix of academic support, extracurricular engagement, and recreational activities throughout the week. Amoy Harriet, CVM News.
And we do apologize for the incorrect graphic use just now. That was indeed not Senator Marlon Morgan. However, worries in the park. Taxi operators at the Trelawney Bus Park say they are fed up with the lack of basic amenities, including shelter, a problem they say has been plaguing them for years. Akeem Aret has the details.
At the heart of Falmouth, the Trelawney Bus Park serves as a vital hub for transportation, but residents and drivers alike say the facility is far from ideal, citing the long-standing lack of shelter as a major concern.
Sometimes the rain just comes down suddenly, and then many of us have to run to our vehicle. What about the people, where the shelter is concerned?
But the lack of shelter isn't the only issue. Operators point to the poor bathroom facility.
There's one urinal. You can see amount of car over there, amount of man at the workers. There's one urinal. So we want a good bathroom.
Kevin Small, who operates the Duncans to Falmouth route, has been driving out the park for years. He says he knows the relevant authorities can make greater efforts to ensure operators and commuters in the park are comfortable.
They can do something. Make the shelter. If they respect people in your town, come in, make shelter for the people. We need the shelter. It's not a matter of want. We need shelter within the park to shelter us from the sun and from the rain.
Calls have been made to the Trelawney Municipal Corporation to step in, but so far those calls have been futile. The drivers say they will continue to raise their voices until real action is taken. For now, the daily hustle continues under the sun and in the rain, with no clear sign of relief. Akeem Aret, CVM News.
We take a break. Stay with us.
Remix the summer with Digicel. 100 lucky winners win $100,000 each, plus surprises all summer. To enter, buy a SIM, 7-day plan or higher, switch to Digicel. Be an active postpaid or Digicel Plus customer, or receive US $15 or more from abroad. Gift a friend a plan. They could win $25,000. Remix the summer with Digicel. Authorized under Section 58 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act. Promo ends September 15, 2025. Conditions apply. Visit DigicelJamaica.com for more info. Digicel, better connected this summer.
Hey everybody, I'm Yendi, and this is Odyssey with Yendi. In this space, we connect with some of your favorite people as they share their journeys. Here we have some unfiltered conversations as we deep dive into their inspirations, motivations, and experiences to inspire our own life journey.
Odyssey with Yendi. Brought to you by Grace, Singer, and Islandnet Services.
From politics to global events, from social issues to breaking news, Lead Story Prime dives deeper, cuts through the noise, and uncovers the stories that shape your world. Join us every Tuesday at 8 p.m. for Lead Story Prime with me, George Davis, for an hour of incisive analysis, expert interviews, and unparalleled coverage of the issues you care about. Lead Story Prime, your front row seat to the most compelling discussions. Lead Story Prime, where the truth comes first. Only on CVM TV.
Welcome back, and it's now time for Small Biz Big Dreams with Raymond Morrison.
Thank you, Nico. Today is International Nature Conservation Day, a day that reminds us how our everyday choices impact the environment. And while we may not always think of it, what we wear is one of the biggest contributors to pollution globally. But one local entrepreneur is changing how we approach fashion, proving that style and sustainability can exist on the same rack. This is the story of Thrift Nature. Thrift Nature isn't your average clothing store. It's a concept rooted in sustainability, championing vintage and pre-loved pieces, while giving them a second chance at life. Founder Simone Smith has made it her mission to merge fashion with environmental consciousness.
Thrifting is when you are using an item which has had a previous owner, so it has been made, it was purchased once already, and now you're the second owner. A thrift store is a store that basically resells items that have already had a first run around the park. What makes it on the rack for us is clothing that we find to be environmentally friendly. So that means clothing that doesn't have microplastics, things like what I'm wearing here, nice linens and cottons. Also, we like to stay abreast with current trends and be aware of what people are looking for and keep things fresh and fun.
And while some thrift stores stop at clothes, Thrift Nature pushes the envelope, curating vintage fashion with character and even diving into upcycling projects, like jewelry made from broken pieces and household items.
I take people's broken jewelry and I make something new. So for example, this necklace here is made from lots of different other pieces of jewelry which broke and people would have just thrown it away. I string it up, I give it a new life. The same for my bracelets. This one here incorporates vintage shells from a vintage shell necklace that broke. And you know, it's like different things, different broken things that would have just ended up in the landfill. I give them a new life, and I think that's one of my personal creative ways to upcycle things that come in that wouldn't be in saleable condition.
But beyond sustainability, the business model behind Thrift Nature is just as intentional. Simone says making fashion accessible to everyone is key, a strategy that keeps customers coming back and sets the business apart in a competitive market.
Most of our clothing is less than $2,000. Majority of them will be $1,500, $1,500, and these are prices that a lot of people can afford. Additionally, because we're in a small space, we're always reducing so that we can keep things in rotation. So we even have things for $100. Most people, the price point and the product speaks for itself. People are delightfully surprised most of the time when they come in and they see how affordable the things are, when they see some of their favorite brands, the Calvin Kleins, things that they couldn't necessarily normally afford before, now they can. And also the quality and uniqueness definitely brings people back, and we're friendly too.
But Simone's mission doesn't stop at making sustainable fashion affordable. She's also pushing Jamaicans to change how they shop, supporting local options that keep resources and jobs right here in the country.
In terms of shopping locally is good for any economy. When you're moving something from China to Jamaica, it uses up a lot of resources, and that's not good for the planet. So the more we can find ways to use what we have here in Jamaica in a new way to make it feel fresh, is the healthier our economy will be, actually. So shop local as much as you can, and your economy, your local economy, will become healthier.
That sustainable focus also resonates with younger Jamaicans like Zara Janier, an associate at Thrift Nature, who sees thrifting as both practical and trendy.
There's like something going around right now, like, this is not my real fashion, I just don't have money yet. You have enough money for Thrift Nature. You have enough money to buy unique, beautiful pieces here and have fun with your fashion. Just experiment. You can afford it here, and that's what this space exists for.
Janier also touched on the culture here in Jamaica of not wanting to wear pre-owned clothes, as most Jamaicans shy away from the idea of walking into a thrift store.
Is here in this store, we'll go through a very strict process of vetting of the quality. We clean the pieces sometimes. We go through a process that makes it it really sanitary and quality assured for you to get the piece and love it. If you want to feel like you're buying something new, that's the experience you're going to get in this space because of what we have done to make that possible. So I would just, if you can trust us, you can come in here and trust that we're going to give you something of quality if that's something that you're unsure about. And also just like tickle with the idea of sharing clothes with your friends or your family. It's the same process, except we're doing a lot of the cleaning for you and then you go home and do your cleaning yourself. Like, it's very safe and I welcome you to come and do it.
With plans to expand into furniture and more, Thrift Nature is proving sustainable fashion isn't just a trend, it's a lifestyle that supports the environment and the economy, one outfit at a time. So whether it's the thrill of finding designer pieces for less or the satisfaction of knowing your choices are better for the planet, Thrift Nature is redefining what it means to dress with purpose. I am Raymond Morrison, and this has been Small Biz, Big Dreams.
Beautiful, Raymond. So clothing today, what tomorrow?
Clothes today, furniture tomorrow. The possibilities are endless, and it's really about sustainable shopping and protecting the environment.
Where are they located exactly?
6 Cargill Avenue.
All right, that's Cargill Avenue in Kingston here. So more to come after the break.
The time by KFC is
7:30.
Join us next week when we conclude our discussion on the growth of chocolate dreams and how it has benefited from various initiatives undertaken by the Tourism Enhancement Fund, the TEF, through the Tourism Linkages Network.
Everybody, I'm Yendi, and this is Odyssey with Yendi. In this space, we connect with some of your favorite people as they share their journeys. Here we have some unfiltered conversations as we deep dive into their inspirations, motivations, and experiences to inspire our own life journey.
Odyssey with Yendi. Brought to you by Grace, Singer, and Islandnet Services.
Welcome back. Jordan Fort joins us for a quick look ahead to sports.
Well, Nika, we're looking at the West Indies. Of course, they are still enthralled in their 5-match T20 series against Australia. But guess what? They're trying to stave off a whitewash. They're 4-0 down. The 50-20 is currently on, and I'm going to give you an update in sports to see if the West Indies can manage to avoid that whitewash at the hands of Australia. And plus, we are hearing from the reigning schoolboy football champions as they build up into pre-season. They're talking a lot. They have a lot of confidence that they're going to win again. Of course, we're talking about Kingston College. So that and more in sports.
They might win. It's Kingston College. We're going over now to regional and international news.
We begin with news in the region. In Trinidad and Tobago, the baton is not dropped. The words of Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar after being re-elected as the political leader of the United National Congress on Sunday. Here's more from TTT News.
The baton is not placed. The baton is not dropped. This is my contract with you. The baton will be passed when that time comes, but it's not today.
Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar has been re-elected as political leader of the United National Congress, UNC. Speaking at the UNC headquarters in Chaguanas on Sunday, Mrs. Persad-Bissessar gave her commitment to continue serving the people.
Always remember, we are the voice of the majority. We are the voice of the voiceless. We are the voice of ordinary citizens. We are the heartbeat and soul of our nation's people. Under my leadership, The UNC has shown the nation how to move forward and toward that light, as we saw 3 months ago when you gave us the overwhelming mandate to govern our beloved country.
And in international news, Sri Lanka's coastline is facing an environmental crisis as toxic debris from a sunken container ship washes ashore. Thousands of tiny plastic pellets known as hurdles, along with chemical residue and oil, are polluting vast stretches of the island's beaches. We hear more from Al Jazeera.
Michael Pillai Jesudasan has fished in these seas near Delft Island off Sri Lanka's northern peninsula for decades. But for weeks now, thousands of plastic pellets and other toxic debris have been washing up on the beaches here, making him worry.
What threats and problems will come because of this? Will it affect the little fish stocks that we have? This is a major concern for all the fishermen.
The debris is believed to be from this container vessel, the MSC Elsa 3, a ship that sank in Indian waters in late May. Sri Lanka's Marine Environment Protection Authority, or MIPA, has deployed dozens of people to collect the material washing up.
We are now working on a 15-kilometer stretch in Nudun Tivu, where a large amount of plastic pellets are washing up.
Of the 640 containers that went down with the ship, 13 were reported to be carrying hazardous material, including calcium carbide. The plastic nurdles, which measure less than 5 millimeters, are a huge concern for environmentalists. More than 350 kilometers from Delft Island, that concern has brought Mudita Katuavala and a team of volunteers to sift out pellets that have washed up on the Mount Lavinia beach. He says Sri Lanka's location on a busy shipping route has led to a number of similar disasters, threatening the country's marine environment and livelihoods.
And that's it for regional and international news.
We take a quick break. Up next is sports with Jordan Ford.
This July, the world turns to Jamaica
for the Caribbean Investment Forum, the region's premier investment event.
From July 29 to 31, the Montego Bay Convention Center comes alive
with global thought leaders, exclusive investment opportunities, high-impact deal-making sessions.
Are you ready to invest in the Caribbean's future? Book now at CaribbeanInvestmentForum.com.
Let's shape a smart, green, connected Caribbean. July 29 to 31, Montego Bay. Powered by Caribbean Export, Government of Jamaica, Jampro, EU, CARICOM, Republic Bank, and IDB.
Come rise with sunrise. Miss Kitty and Dennis are blazing through the week. First up, the most important meal of the day. Breakfast is served. Then, it's all things Denby. Denby celebrates 71. We switch up the pace with some inspirational music, and we wrap your morning with sunrise freshers. You've never seen a sunrise quite like this.
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins, and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yes. Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.